We are back in today. Every single round of the NFL playoffs. We got to update the Super Bowl predictions. Who's going to win the overall championship? We already have the wild card predictions in. We're going to go through them quickly. Then we got to predict the divisional rounds, what will happen next, the conference championships, and ultimately update my Super Bowl winner for the NFL 2025 season. Smash the like and subscribe button, boys, so you don't miss out on all the content we're going to be posting. Got a bunch of stuff. Appreciate all the support and love. Comment down below who you got winning the Super Bowl. First things first, we got to go through the wild card predictions. Now, a lot of Broncos fans are in my ear chirping. Is that a chirping noise? I don't know, man. But the Broncos, I can't see them beating the Bills. I get that Bo Nix is a young rookie quarterback, man. It's an 8.5 point spread, bro. Vegas ain't that wrong. Bills are winning that one. Steelers, Ravens. Again, I haven't seen much love for the Steelers. I'm not going to lie. Haven't seen much love for the Steelers. And honestly, I think this is the biggest lock of the week that the Ravens advance over Pittsburgh. They beat the Steelers, 34-17 already in December 21st, I believe the game was. They smacked them around. Yes, there was no George Pickens, but now George Pickens is a diva, getting 0 catches versus the Bengals. So I think the Ravens should be fine right here. Chargers, Texans. Oh, baby. Now we have a bit of a barn burner on our hands. This one's a bit more 50-50. The Texans are dogs at home. 2.5 point dogs at home. Embarrassing. The reason being, this team we just predicted, the Ravens, 31-2 over the Texans. Really, man? Texans embarrassing. The Chargers are a good team. Pound the ball. What is it? Ground and pound? Ground and pound with J.K. Dobbins. When Dobbins is healthy, this team is very, very good. Lad McConkey, the play action. Big Q, Quentin Johnston down the field. Chargers. I think this is. The Chargers are favored, but I still think this is a bit of an upset. Chargers win. Head to Houston. In Houston. Packers versus the Eagles. Okay. Now again, Jordan Love. His elbow is a little bit worrisome. Maybe he has some nerve damage. Maybe they're gonna. Let's be real. He ain't gonna be feeling any pain on game day, if you know what I mean. The Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts. His brain might be mush, but we need him now. So the Eagles. Saquon Barkley had 3 touchdowns against the Packers when they first played in Week 1 in Brazil. I think the Eagles are going to win this one. The Packers are going to have a hard time in Philly. No Christian Watson. I feel like the odds are stacked against them. Commanders at Buccaneers. Vikings at Rams. This is where things get a little interesting, boys. This is where the Super Bowl prediction could go wrong. Realistically, are any of these teams going to win the NFC over the Lions, over the Eagles? I don't know. And but it could impact who's playing who, so this can impact our predictions. Because guess what? The dogs, Commanders, 3-point dogs, beat the Bucs in a shootout. That's my take, man. Hot take. Gotta have at least one. We saw that Jaden Daniels had 100 rushing yards the first time these two teams played Week 1. The Buccaneers secondary is not good. Yes, I think it'll be a shootout. I think the Commanders, if Jaden Daniels gets hot, he's been clutch at the right time. Give me Washington. Vikings, Rams. Rams, 1.5 point dogs at home. Basically a 50-50 game. Matt Stafford. Protect Matt Stafford. O-line protects him. Then the Rams can win this one at home. And we have this as the next round of the playoffs. The divisional round of the playoffs. Now, if you're unfamiliar, the teams get reseeded. So the highest remaining seed, obviously the 1 seed, they got a bye week. They play the lowest remaining seed. Over here, we have the 5 seed Chargers, the 6 seed Washington. So let's go with the AFC first, boys. We got the Chargers versus the Chiefs. Now, we've seen that twice this season. The Chiefs beat the Chargers 17-10 early on in Los Angeles. Now, later on in the season, the Chargers almost beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. 17 Chargers, 19 Chiefs. Could we potentially see an upset? Potentially. Again, you know what was missing that game? No J.K. Dobbins that game. With J.K. Dobbins, could this team potentially, Gus Edwards had 35 rushing yards that game. They're going to have more than 35 rushing yards against the Chiefs' stout run defense, that's for sure. Kelsey, Mahomes looked bad that game, man. 1 touchdown pass. Pacheco looked all right. It's Kansas City. It's Arrowhead. It's the refs. The Chiefs should win this one at home, and the Chiefs are going to be heading to the conference championship. Ravens at Bills. And this is basically, it's not predictable. It's not predictable except for the fact that it's in Buffalo. We saw this game early on in the season. And you know what happened? The person that I think should be the favorite for the MVP right now is not Josh Allen. It's Lamar Jackson. I think Josh Allen wins the MVP if he wins this game. That's how I think it should go. And you know why? Lamar Jackson and the Ravens won 35-10. Yes, 35-10 in Baltimore when these two teams first met earlier on in the season. And Lamar Jackson didn't have to do a lot because Derrick Henry had 200 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Sorry, 1 touchdown. Lamar Jackson had 2 touchdowns on 13 completed passes. I mean, the Ravens looked very good the first time these two teams played. Josh Allen had 0 touchdowns. James Cook looked bad. You know, can the Bills bounce back at home? It would be a crazy upset for Baltimore if they came in and won. I've been saying all year long, man. I've been confused. I think Lamar Jackson potentially deserves the MVP. And I want to give him a chance. But it's hard. Do you give Lamar the chance to beat Josh Allen for the MVP? Or do you give the Bills and Josh Allen the chance for redemption at Arrowhead? Because that would be poetic justice, wouldn't it? And if the Bills win this game, I'm telling you, I want them to be I'm going Bills. Give me the Buffalo Bills at home, revenge game, and it's at Buffalo, you know. And then we got to see the redemption arc for the Bills. Commanders at Lions. Yeah. As much as I am hyping up, you know, this Jaden Daniels, you know, story and how he's clutching everything, you know, you can't go ahead and tell me the Lions lose round 1. As long as they don't come out flat, the Lions should be good. Rams at Eagles. Now, we already saw this one in 2024 as well, and it did not go well for the Rams. The Eagles went to LA and smacked them around 37-20 at the end of November. Saquon Barkley had 255 rushing yards. Saquon Barkley had 300 scrimmage yards. The Eagles win, and it's boring, but we see a 1-2 and a 1-2 matchup. And really, it's not boring because this is the games that I would want to see. Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I'd rather see Bills-Ravens, to be fair, on the AFC side as the championship, I think. But, you know, I don't know that Kansas City is as deserving of a team. I mean, they're very deserving. They don't lose. And they're a very disciplined team. Very disciplined, very talented, very good. And they're getting healthy at the right time. So that could help this team out. Now, the Bills and Chiefs. We saw this game in 2024. The Chiefs lost to Buffalo 30-21 in Buffalo. Mahomes had 3 passing touchdowns. Xavier Worthy looked good. They already had D-Hop from the trade. Josh Allen, 27-40, 1 touchdown, 55 rushing yards. Khalil Shakir popped off. I want to see the Bills win, man. If the Bills lose this game in Kansas City, think about how demoralizing that would be for them to lose every single time that they play in Kansas City at Kansas City. That would be demoralizing. Gotta root for the underdog. I'm going with the dog, man. I don't even know who's going to win this one, but I'm going with the dogs. Eagles at Lions. And this might be the hardest game to predict of the season. You know, it's not predictable. It's not. The Eagles are a very good team. The Lions are a very good team. No David Montgomery potentially. Maybe Demo's back. Eagles, is Jalen Hurts awake? Is he concussed? If they got here, surely he's playing good. Surely the Eagles' passing game has taken a step up, and Saquon Barkley hasn't carried them here through the first 2 rounds. I really think that the prediction will be as this. If the Eagles can pass these first 2 rounds of the playoffs and use Saquon Barkley to complement it, I think the Eagles can win in Detroit. If the Eagles are having a hard time passing, then they're not going to be able to keep up in a shootout, and we could see Lions-Bills. My prediction. Eagles-Bills Super Bowl. And who do I have? It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a very close game. Honestly, I think this could be a defensive matchup. Can the Bills stop Saquon? Can the Eagles and their strong defense stop Josh Allen? Well, whose defense is better? The Bills' defense, they gave up 44 points versus the Rams, and another 40 points the next week? Or the Eagles' defense with the young cornerbacks? There it is. The Eagles are my Super Bowl predicted winners. And the road to the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl goes through Detroit. Lock in. Who you got? Comment down below. Smash the like and subscribe button, boys. Peace out. Thanks for watching. We'll update this every single week.